TEDP Training Part 7, Making the Final Note. It is now time to complete the final note in TEDP prior to passing the completed encounter to TRM Plus, where post-triage workflow will be completed. After completing the recommendations, the when, the where, and modifier, and including the patient instructions, select Note. You are now able to view the note that will be passed to TRM Plus and will be placed in CPRS and stored in Vista. The note is arranged in a structured, logical flow for rapid review by the medical provider. So let's review each section. The demographics includes limited demographics, complete listing of the patient name, provider, clinic, and much more is included in the TRM Plus note. The results section includes the chief complaint that was selected for telephone triage. The results also includes the when and the where, the nurse recommendation for when, and the TEDP suggestion for when will be included in the final note, as well as where you, the nurse, ultimately sends the caller for provider follow-up and the suggested follow-up location TEDP suggested. If you selected a modifier when you up triage to justify your action, it will also be recorded in the results section. We then move down to the values and measures. Any biometrics or other measures collected during the triage interview will be recorded in this section. It also includes the pain scale for the chief complaint selected and the duration of the chief complaint that you selected at the beginning of triage. We then move through to our positive and negative responses, written in medical language for rapid review by your provider. We then move on to the education. Education you provided is included in the final note. Your note will include the topic you discussed over the telephone with the caller if you mark the verbal on the results page. If you created a web link to send to the caller via an email or text message, you can retrieve the link here and place it into the email or into the secured message at any time. To copy, you simply highlight and copy the link to send to the caller. If you forget to copy the link before you return the completed encounter to TRM Plus, you may retrieve this link in the TRM Plus note. We then move on down to the education. This is what you copied and pasted into the note on the results page. If you need to edit, edits are not permitted on this view page. You must return back by scrolling up to View Phone Triage to make any edits. Edits can occur in the recommendations of the when, where, and modifier. It can also be edited in the education that you're including in your final note or any educational content that was copied and pasted. You can go back to visit the libraries if needed be to add additional copy and paste information. But remember, all of the education that is pasted into this note will make the final TRM Plus note very lengthy that will be stored in Vista. If you are happy with everything and don't need to make any edits, you simply return back to note. Also, from this page, if no edits were required, you simply select Done. TEDP will close and you will be returned back into the TRM Plus solution to complete your workflow. Training Part 8 will go over the results page ending with a now 911 or now.